Hello, good time zones, and what is good in the hood, everybody? I am your host, Nico Silverado. Welcome back to another glorious episode of The Silver Lining, the show where we take opportunities and chances to learn all of the amazing people of our great communities and the space of the VTuber world, as well as figuring out what we like to figure out about the various hells in the world of the internet. I'm Nico Silverado, your guardian of the internet and navigator of the digital grid, and I am joined here today by the wonderful VTuber, Wolf Butler. Thank you for being here, Wolf. It is great to see you, and of course, happy weekend and happy Saturday to ya.
Happy weekend, happy Saturday to you. Thank you so much, Nico, and hello, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well, and thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. I can't wait. I was like, I can't wait for this.
So fun fact for those who are watching today on the YouTube side, right before we started recording this episode, I had my one-eyed pirate cat right when I was counting down 3, 2, 1, start. The moment I pressed my button, I watched her barrel through a tiny little hole in my computer where my wires were, and I watched her rip out like 6 different things. It's like, great. And you know what? The struggle is real, and the hustle matters.
Definitely need to make that a YouTube short or something like that. It's like 3, 2, 1, hello. Oh wait, no, beep.
just like that's the like whole short. The we'll be right back little
we'll be right. No, yeah, it's more like and then just like cuts like the the little blur screen and then they're like
oh my goodness. You know, and that's just how it goes. And you know, we do our best, you know, and VTubers, we are here trying our absolute hardest. But of course, it's an amazing time, and we're out here trying our hardest. But you know what? We're out here for the show. It's episode 12. Wolf is once again among the bigger and bigger VTubers who are out here who look so dapper in their outfits and everything that they are, and we respect the outfits, we respect the drip.
You always got to respect, especially the pocket watch. You can't go real well with a nice golden pocket watch right here. Meanwhile, I gotta tell the time and everything.
Meanwhile, all I got cat ear, hoodie, and hair up the wazoo.
I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, that's wonderful hair. Your model is just like glowing and everything. I like it though. I really like it.
You know what's
I'd say you're more badass than me.
I'll tell you what, you know what most people don't like? VTuber artists hate drawing my hair. This is like, this is a nightmare to every artist I've ever had on my channel, where it's like, brother, I love everything about your model except that hair. It's like, yeah, I'm all bedhead.
Yeah, no, yeah, the bed hair is definitely real, that's for sure. Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, also hi Leah, my darling, she's in the chat right now.
Yes, it's great to have them in the chat. And also, for those who do not know, Wolfer Stark is out here celebrating a lot of really cool events. As you can see, they have a lot of names on their model. And Wolf, before we dive into some of the fun things, let's give some context. Why are there names on your model?
Well, currently in the month of August, I am currently doing a donathon that is going to be supporting me and Liana's wedding. So I call it the wedding thon, is what it is. Yes, wedding thon, not wedding thong. Please get it right.
The wedding thong is after the ceremony. That's the rule.
Yeah.
We all know Wolfer Shark's going to start magic miking. All right, Magic Mike Wolf.
Yeah.
Magic Mike Wolf. Get the fan art going right here, right now.
I don't know if my fiance would approve of that, but I mean, you're gonna have to ask her if she want to do a fan art of me with that.
I mean, rule 34, bro. Rule 34.
Oh jeez. Okay.
No.
Yeah, but currently, I am going through a donathon that's going to support me and Liana's wedding. So far we are blowing past through some goals. So far we made it to $250. There's $1,000 mark, and I do have a I'm about to like update the goals on Twitter, so actually follow me on Twitter for the updates. There's that. But other than that, it's been fun. It's been a whole lot of fun. It's been great. And then of course I got some things coming up that the goals have been hit. That includes Helldivers Community Night. We got karaoke. We got that. We also got a Smasher Pass Pokemon edition. So that's all Pokemon.
Love it.
Oh boy, we're gonna have fun with that one. We're gonna do the Umumasume, the horse core game. We're gonna first time stream that. This is gonna be Umamusume. Sorry. Okay.
Umamusume.
Yeah, she's in the background. Yeah. So Umamusume. So that's gonna be my first time playing it. Yeah, and then I do have a spicy noodle challenge to do.
Nice.
So yeah. Not nice for you, but not nice for me. Rip my taste buds.
Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
Your suffering will give the joys and the laughter to all the children and the adults, but mostly the adults.
Well, I will tell you this for like, you know, I did put some incentives too. So it's like, you know, every $20 is a punishment wheel spin, and then every $10 is like 10 sit-ups. So I'm working at. So far I've done over 230 sit-ups.
Get those legs.
Oh your name. Oh my god, I just noticed. Freaking okay, so I had a collab yesterday, and I think wasn't my collab mate, just took a name. That's what happened. Hold on.
You took a name?
There is. Yeah, she took a name.
Oh.
This name.
All the names.
Now we're complete.
There we go.
There we go.
I mean,
there we go. Now we're good.
I mean, hey, if nothing else, though, you get enough squats in you, and you get those like epic thunder thighs. You can carry your lady down the aisle and up the stairs.
Oh,
you know.
Oh, trust me, I plan on lifting and sit-ups and then squats, all that jazz. That way I can carry my princess down the hall.
The training arc, folks.
Yeah, cue the Rocky theme.
Hell yeah. I honestly, I think one of the biggest things for me that I adore seeing in the content creation space is when creators get to they can grow and they have their loved ones there to support them in such a genuine way. Because, you know, like my wife, for example, she's not a streamer or a VTuber, but she loves like being involved and like seeing how all this stuff happens, you know.
That's awesome.
And you know, I have a soft spot and a love and an admiration for anyone who's able to have like, you know, a content creation space where you can be involved with your significant other. And you know, I just want to say like congratulations to you two on what's to come. And it's such a fun experience, but I will say like it's the fastest 2 hours of your life. It is the fastest 2 hours of your life, and it's so insane when it's all done. You're like, holy crap, what do we do now?
Honeymoon.
Mine was cut short. My honeymoon was a 2 week honeymoon to the Bahamas, but it was cut 1 week short because our dog had heart surgery, surprisingly.
No, I mean, all right. Well, at least you got to spend a week. So, I mean,
it was fantastic for a week.
For a week, but dang, so that sucks actually.
I will say the benefit of that honeymoon is I did score a PS5 and I got to play it for 5 days. I played it for 5 days every single day while we were in a hotel waiting for our dog to recover.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, there, at least you got that. So
I got a PS5.
Oh my gosh. I got a PS5. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but what is it for me though? What is it? It's definitely going to be Disney World for sure, and we're probably going to plan on doing it in November for a whole week. And what's even awesome is that my parents are going to be like using all their points for our hotel.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
That's
so
lovely.
There's that, and also I'm just happy that I have wonderful, supporting, loving parents, because they're also going to like help with the wedding venue. So like they're going to cover it all.
That's
which
awesome.
is amazing.
Love that.
Yeah, I love my parents to death.
Hell yeah. Well,
I really do.
And again, congrats to you guys, and this is gonna be a fun
Thank
show.
you.
I'm excited for the energy already, you know. So,
oh yeah,
hell yeah. But for those who have never seen this show before, like I said, the biggest point of this show is for us as members of our community and members of the VTuber space to learn, discover, and appreciate new people that you may not hear about every single day. And Wolf, I have seen you a lot with various other mutuals in regards to like collabs and events, and of course like a lot of the artwork that you post about your model and you doing the coffee stuff. So Wolf, why don't you explain to your audience, to the audience here today, what it is that your model's about? Like, who is Wolf?
Well, Wolf is a simply one hell of a Wolf Butler. As you can tell, there's definitely some influence from a certain anime, as you guys can tell. That's for dang sure. And then, what is it? Other than being the butler of my Princess Chinchilla, let me give her my. There we go. Oh, wait, yeah, normal eyes. There we go. And I'm also a barista. So I have a cafe. I run it in the Princess Chinchilla's castle. As far as my backstory goes, it's a mystery. So I'm working. So with 2.0, what is it? I'm actually going to be, probably doing like a different outfit, and it'll actually reveal like my model's past or my VTuber's past. So like, it's in the works. So
sorry, I heard you're revealing your VTuber's ass. I'm like, whoa, all right, get it out, my man.
Pass.
It's like we're having that kind of a model reveal. Right on, bro.
Oh my god, yeah. Drop it like it's.
You're married. Get that confidence in you, brother.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I'm getting married. By the way, getting married. So.
Hell yeah. But no, that's
yeah. But yeah, it's
cool. So
yeah, just so past reveal will be also part of the 2.0, as well as like different outfit. So, but that's like probably like next year in the future, probably after the wedding.
Nice. So you said you're a barista in the Chinchilla Castle, which is cool. So this is a question I oftentimes like to ask a lot of people that have like very theme specific style VTuber models, because what I've noticed a lot of times is that a lot of people choose their VTuber models because it's either relevant to their IRL selves, whether it's either a like a job profession or a career love. Yeah. Like, does your IRL involve barista lifestyle?
Actually making coffees, yes. So actually making coffees, baking bread, and then like just also serving people as well, like being helpful to others. So like if anybody needs a problem, I'm there to help and make sure to fix anything, because I want people to come in, be happy, and then leave that door with a smile on their face.
Heck yeah.
That's my motto.
That's lovely.
And what's even crazy is that, like, someone actually asked me too, it's like, actually you use your work experience for your VTubing. Usually when it comes to VTubing, they want to be separate from work and all that and all that, but no, not me, because all my life is I help others. I love helping others. That's what I love doing.
That's lovely. I love that. So in this case then, for you, I think what's really cool is, like, again, I love this podcast and I love what I've gotten to do with it, because just the sheer ability to meet in so many different varieties of individuals and folks, because this podcast has allowed me to meet a lot of hobby streamers, career seeking streamers, and hopefully eventually I'll be able to become cool enough to talk with and meet other partnered streamers. And so for you, Wolf, I would like to know, in your personal opinion, with where you are at in content creation right now, do you consider yourself a hobbyist streamer or a career-driven streamer?
At this point in time, because of the fact that I currently have like another job, I consider myself sort of like a hobbyist. Sure. But at the same time, I definitely want to like push myself in terms of content creation and see where I can go as far how far I can go. So especially with like me being small and all that too, it's like I always try my best to work towards like small goals. I don't want to set myself with like a big goal, and then otherwise I get too stressed and then it's just like I'm out.
That's fair. That's very fair.
So but I definitely want to see where or how far I can go through this VTubing career, this VTubing journey.
So in this case, then, if the cards were right and everything like went proper, would you want to become a full-time career-driven streamer? Like this was how like streaming was how you made your money?
Honestly, it would be an absolute dream come true if that were to happen to me. And then like if so, then yes, of course, I would love to. As long as like, you know, everything is right. What is it like? If it's as long as it's like, you know, worth it, in my honest opinion. Because like if it's not, like how am I gonna like make my money? You know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
All that. So yeah, so yeah, because currently, yes, like obviously, like, you know, this sometimes it brings in a little bit of money with the VTubing and everything, but most of the money is like from my actual full-time job right now. So but like I said, if everything is falling into the line, and then like I don't know if like an age, I don't know why I want to be an agency, but like I don't know, if I grow and grow and grow, then obviously I want to try and pursue it.
Yeah. So speaking about like, you know, full-time jobs and content creation, for those who also watch the show a lot, one of the biggest things I do with this show is I make it a goal of mine to have a big discussion about a thing that is oftentimes viewed in a negative light in order to find what's simply known as the silver lining. In today's episode, we are talking about content creator struggles and the hustle game that many content creators have to go through. Because a lot of times, a lot of content creators are, well, a very vast majority of them are people who have IRL jobs, and they try to do content creation full time to try to offset either the financial deficit or to pass it the free time. Because like for me, I'm amongst the very, very small minority of people who are able to make content of my job as a graphic designer, for example.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So before we get into that, I want to kind of like learn some more about you, Wolf, because like, again, I love learning more about content creators, because to me, this is a opportunity that when anytime someone says, hey, who are we going to raid? Who are you going to, you know, shout out? You know, I don't like doing empty shout outs. If I'm going to shout you out, I need to know your personality. I need to know what content you create, because to me, to say Wolf has a really cool model and Wolf does whatever, I want to give people the full, like, bona fide confidence that this person does a lot of really cool things. So Wolf, what is it that you typically like to stream as a creator / streamer?
So at this moment in time, like it's a variety of things, like RPGs, gacha games, and then like of course FPS games sometimes, and then at the same time I like to do every now and then I like to do those tier lists, but I do it like in a fun way, you know, and it's not your typical like smash or pass, but like it's like more of like what is it, like a theme, like there's a theme with it. Yeah. And then at the same time, what is it, I've done like design reviews where I review people's designs and all that, and you know, bring positivity. So like it's not like and that's the thing about me, the difference between me and like I don't know, your typical like other streamer who like, you know, thinks like, you know, they're better than everyone else. I like to support others. I like to support others in their journey. Yeah. And at the same time, I always bring a positive mindset to my streams, no matter what. So positivity, it keeps it kind. I want people to come into my streams knowing that they are safe, respected, and that they have a great time.
Heck yeah. That's great to see, you know, because like I think what happens a lot of times is that smaller creators have an ability to avoid the elitism of, you know, being a higher grade creator. And I feel like unfortunately elitism kind of bleeds into every creator eventually, because you get this idea that, you know, you've reached this level of success, therefore you are allowed to view the world a certain way. And it's annoying, and in my opinion, it's not the best light.
No, it never is. And at the same time, what is it? I always remember the content creators that I've collabed with. I've always make sure to remember like for those that have like brought me up to like affiliate status too. Like shout out to Chef Barry for rating me multiple times and helping me get an affiliate. status, so she'll always be like an important part of my memory. And then at the same time, shout out to my Oshis, Aira VT, Boa the Goddess, and Celiana. They're my Oshis. They're the ones that influenced me to actually start my VTubing journey.
Heck yeah.
So I'll always remember the people that helped me out through my content creation. And then at the same time, always remember my artists, also the people that have helped me with my alerts, logo, everything. Like I'm not I'm not the person. I wouldn't be the person I am as right now without those people.
Heck yeah.
So I always remember them.
Nice. Yeah, you got to remember those who started off, because like for me, I've been streaming now for about 7, almost 8 years now, and unfortunately
8 years.
Yeah, because like for myself, I started 8 years ago as an idea because I was a part of that initial wave of saying, oh hey, I'm gonna make money playing video games, because at the time a lot of people were really down to do that kind of thing. It was like, it was a lot easier. But then it came down to the situation where COVID happened eventually, and then everybody had access to this.
Everybody wanted to do it. I totally agree. Like, because you can't go outside and everything, you might as well just stay inside.
Yep.
All that, and just what am I gonna do?
Oh yeah. And I think it's one of those things where I look back now and I think to myself, I'm happy that I started how I did, but I really think I could have done more if I had prioritized myself better, especially when it came to like the free time that I had. And of course, now that I have a full-time job, I now have to be mindful about side hustle versus the work and effort that I put in when it comes to content creation. So to reiterate back again, for those who are listening today, today's silver lining quest that we're hunting down for is we're trying to discuss about why it's important for content creators to learn how to balance full-time work and full-time content creation, and even if you're just a hobbyist streamer. So in this situation, like Wolf, there's just a blanket question. Do you believe that someone has the ability to make quality full-time level content while also still maintaining a full-time job in this day and age?
My honest opinion is if they have like people who help them out, then possibly, maybe. At the moment right now, what is it? I'm doing everything by myself, from like video editing, shorts to streaming and all that. So I do my own YouTube content creation as well. So and this is from like years of experience from editing videos, because before I became a VTuber, I started off as like just uploading YouTube shorts and just doing that. And and then that's when I said, I want to get started into live streaming, because my fiance created a Fugi of me to start off with. That's how this Butler started off, is a pit crew. So so then it turned into a live 2D model.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
Everyone gotta start somewhere. I mean, you don't have to have like this like very lovely expensive model. You can just like be a PNG tuber, and there you go. Or heck, Vroid 3D model. You can be a Vroid model and still be a VTuber no matter what.
Oh yeah,
it's the same thing no matter what. So my honest opinion is this: you can do it as long as you know like what you're doing, and also at the same time balancing, making schedule, and also keeping an eye on time. Because time is precious and you never want to waste it.
For sure. Now, this next question may seem a little bit more on the semi-hot take-ish a little bit, but also in my opinion, has a bit of degree of sense. So this, in my eyes, I have always seen some of the biggest content creators are people who oftentimes are in the single category, people who are not actively married with a child, or even just have like a significant other. Because like, in my opinion, it's the sense that I think people who are single have a lot more free time to focus on things they want, including their content, whereas people who are married and people who are getting married, for example, they have this now, within reason, a division of attention that requires them to be both a good partner while also to be a good content creator. Because like for me, for example, in my circumstances, I consider myself to be a career-driven content creator. I make it go live very frequently, and I make a lot of content. But I'm also currently, I'm married, and I'm paying for my wife's medical school while she's starting her life to become a veterinarian for the next couple of years. So, you know, a lot of my free time, it literally goes job, cook and prepare things for her, secondary job to make some side money, make content, rinse, repeat. And you know, there's a situation where like content creation without the hustle is one of those where you're making a very large gamble at life, because I think what happens is a lot of times people look at these like upper 20 percentile of streamers and they think to themselves, wow, this guy just has to stream every month and then boom, he can pay rent. I can do that too if I try hard enough. But they don't remember like the other 80%. So, Wolf, my question for you is like, how do you personally see yourself balancing content creation while working at a full-time or part-time job? Like, how do you section the priorities?
So pretty much, it all comes down to, like I said, time, and then at the same time, I have a set schedule. I have a schedule with work. And then whatever work schedule, and then me and Liana would plan our streams. I would have 3 streams a week. She would have 3 streams a week, vice versa. And then if I were to like, you know, close and stuff like that, then of course she would be streaming. And then if I had the day off, I would be streaming. So, and then we just like, you know, work together into like, okay, I take this day, this day, this day, and then you take this day, this day, and this day, and then it goes from there. So like as far as me and Liana, what is it with content creation? It's all about, you know, cooperating with your partner or with said person for me. And then at the same time, I would also I would sometimes like to work in the morning. Usually morning work to early afternoon. I don't mind like getting up early in the morning and going to work. Just like I don't mind closing like next day, and then of course like having the day off the next day. So there we go. So every time I have to work on a night, it would be her stream time. So like I said, I make sure to let her know, hey, you can stream this, and then I'll take this. What do you say? And then we both agree. So it's all about working together with the said partner. And then at the same time, like I said, my work schedule needs to be like, you know, released, because sometimes my work schedule has been like released like literally the day before the week starts, and I'm just like, you couldn't have got it to me sooner rather than later. So I mean, it all hangs in that balance too.
So
like I said, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. So it sounds like then like, so you two alternate on streaming your own time, so you don't stream. I'm assuming like with like your living conditions, you're both probably in the same room, so you can't stream at the same time. Or you know, because we're actually going to be because I'm going to be collabing with her and then a couple other people. She could be in this room with me. What is it? And then if like, because otherwise you probably hear like myself in her background, and then you would hear her in my background. Noises and all that. So. But other than that, what is it? We like to play games together. We love playing games together, and we need to bring back the couples night, man. Definitely one of those days, because like literally we played gacha games together. We've played like other games together. At one point too, I literally yanked her into Apex Legends. God, you monster.
And Nah, she actually had a wonderful time with like the team deathmatch and all that. It's the battle royale that's just like, not really right. The team deathmatch she's okay with, and the gun runs, all those game modes.
For sure,
she's okay with those.
Nice.
And she's also in and then so yeah, it's like I said, it's all about cooperating with said person, like on like streaming wise for me.
Good. And I think like the communication is such an important thing too, and you know, because the biggest thing, like obviously, you know, work is sometimes you can't control how work is. Sometimes you have the longest day of your life while you're working, and some days it's you're over here twiddling your thumbs. I've had many occasions where I will, because what I do is I I stream. I have Monday through Friday work, same time, same start, same finish, and I stream my job there. But what happens a lot of times is sometimes my job as a designer is so eerily slow that I will have 4 hours of streamable work time, but then the other 4 to 6 hours I'm over here staring at a screen. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna have a really good stream because I have nothing to do. And you know, I think that for anyone who's watching today and you're trying to figure out, you know, how do you stream and how do you also do job, you know, it's one of those things where you have to not look at how many hours you're streaming. You have to also consider like, okay, what kind of content can I make while I'm not working?
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, what is it? What kind of like videos you can edit too and put that out there on YouTube? Yeah. Funny stuff, funny moments, epic gameplays of you getting collaterals every 2 shots or something like that. And then what is it? And then at the same time, just streaming, have like set times too. Like I stream from like between like 6 to 9 or 6 to 10. Yeah. Also setting times. And also that also sets time for what is it, me and Liana to have times with for each other. So
and that's such a big important thing too, because you know I think that's something that I personally I'm very hyper aware of this, and I gaslight myself all the time about this. The ability to make sure that you're not putting your content creation over your significant other or the people that matter, because you know, for me, I stream extremely frequently, and granted, I'm always checking with my wife every day. Hey, are you okay? Hey, how are you? Hey, how's this? Because thankfully we're both moderately independent people. We don't need to be like linked at the hip every single time. But it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of content creators who are in newer relationships, like boyfriend, girlfriend, or they're trying to get married. Yeah. Like, I feel like content creators blame everything but themselves because they don't understand how much time they dedicate into content creation, because sometimes the hustle of doing content creation puts you so far away from your friends, your family, you don't think about it. And that to me is the scariest part, because honestly, one of the biggest things that I advocate for is, you know, the communication, because, you know, my wife supports me in such an amazing way because I get to achieve these goals that I'm trying to aim for with YouTube. You know, like I'm currently trying to I'm trying to hit monetize on YouTube this year, and you know, I tell her all the time, like, hey, I had a really good stream, I had this. Like, having someone to be involved with is the greatest support system ever. So, you know, be sure you just hug Liana and just say like, hey, thank you for being there. You know? Exactly.
I mean, she's always there. She's always going into my mic and go, hey, Chad, I'm here. And I'm like, what are you doing? And just like, you know, talking to the chat, going like, Wolf stinky. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Mine every so often mine likes to come in here and just say like, I'm doing this to my dog today. It's like, why would you say that out loud?
No, why?
Yeah,
exactly. Absolutely. Exactly. And then I still remember that one time I came home from work and she was streaming, and then I'm like, she probably didn't get my text that I'm on my way home. So I went upstairs, she was talking to stream, and then and then what I did was I actually jump scared her, and she was like, holy shit.
God, that would be pretty fantastic, and that would be absolutely fantastic if I could do that. But
she probably would kick your ass, wouldn't she?
That she would sick the dog on me or make me do something, you know. That's how it goes.
Oh my god. Oh no.
that's just how it goes. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, there's a situation where a balance is by all means so needed and important, and it's good to hear that you have a very like good verbal idea of how to plan it, because, you know, I think like in your circumstance, you have a partner who is involved in the same thing as you, you know, because I think it's very uncommon for partners to be, you know, empathetic or at least have a knowledge of perspective, you know, because like you know, I'm dating a gamer boyfriend, it's great. And then they realize what that actually means, and it's like he's in his room 8 hours a day screaming at a TV screen because he's over here playing Call of Duty with his boys. You know, for someone outside of that gaming space, you don't have like that perspective, that understanding about why can't they pause the game and come to dinner, or why are they playing a Genshin Impact game, and why did they drop $400 on a banner for an anime chick? It's worth it, I swear.
Yes, well, and this is why I always advocate free to play and just being an absolute whale on the game, all that. But yeah, I totally like, the total means of oh yeah, I'm dating a gamer boyfriend. He's just, wait a minute, what's he doing now? Does he touch grass? Literally. And I'm like, no, I don't just touch grass, I also touch sand.
I touch human thighs.
Oh my god.
I touch thighs, guys. I'm better than you.
They say, I am better than you, yes. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
It's a dynamic that not many people really understand, and you know, and that's just like the relationship balance of it all. Like when it comes back, like going back to like the talk about hustling, you know, like when people understand that, like a lot of people in audiences, for example, for me, a lot of my YouTube audience is between the ages of like 10 and 16. They don't know what a job is. They assume that we're always online, and you know, a job, a lot of times, like when you have these like audience members who come into streaming for the first time and they don't understand how you do what you do with jobs, I think one of the things I always tell them is that I am a very self-motivated individual who is trying to make my job pay for my streaming so that I can eventually focus on streaming without worrying about the financial oh no's. Because, you know, the last thing any of us want to do is we game so hard we forgot to pay rent.
Right, yeah. And then just like, because also trying to, because the gaming thing is like, I want to game, but I also got to like, you know, focus on like, like editing this video. And then I've finally been able to like get that curb going up, like, you gotta stop gaming and start making those videos, man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta start doing it.
So that actually brings up a question I just thought of. So do you think in this case, Wolf, do you believe if a content creator has a job that is more labor intensive / project based, do you believe that they can carry over those lessons from their job to streaming?
In my honest opinion, yes, because as far as like me with my job and all that, my job is to greet people and welcome them into the store, at the same time make them coffee and all that, make sure they have a wonderful time. Because of the fact that mine is so customer service based, like it's just super easy to just like actually like welcome people into the stream. And also make sure like they have a really good time, and then also come up with like a funny joke for like them to laugh.
Oh yeah,
all that. And then because if people like need to leave, I always make sure they leave with a smile on their face. So literally my job like is like what makes it so easy for me to like actually do content creation and at the same time streaming and just welcoming new people and all that. So it just depends on like, you know, your job too, because like you could be totally working in a warehouse and not know like how to like actually greet people. So like I mean obviously you can probably do it, but it wouldn't be like, you know, like for example me, I'm customer service. I'm always greeting people every day.
Oh yeah. I think like if you think about like this too, like every, like how you said too, every job can kind of train streamers to act certain ways. Customer service jobs, you know how to greet someone very new, you know how to like, have you ever streamed with your customer service voice?
I mean, I've had moments where I did. I've had moments where it's like, oh, welcome in, hello.
Because people don't think that exists. Because people don't think customer service voices exist. They think that there's just one voice fits all. No, because there's a voice that you say that just sounds extra ass kissy, an extra voice that is just so like bend at the knee, my lord, welcome to this establishment, and so on.
My lord. Bienvenue à la Café de Lou.
My lord, that ass be bussin'.
My lord.
My lord, the thighs are thick today, it seems.
Your biceps are so voluptuous, I say. Oh my god. Something like that.
But yeah, like, because the reason why I say that is because, you know, certain jobs train us in different ways. In my job, with my job being such a design and project management base, I'm very good at planning out projects that take more than a set of time. I know how to edit and create things for my content very quickly because it takes me less time to do this. Whereas customer service jobs train us to learn how to talk to complete strangers while still having a sense of legitimate connection to them. And then on top of that you know, if you think about jobs like, let's say, like crafting jobs or, you know, things like that, they teach you how to, you know, project manage yourself to where, okay, I'm gonna stream this day, I'm gonna put this like, or like, you know, you get that energy of training. I think every job has a way to train you in some way to be a good content creator, and I think there are some jobs that you can even use to outright become content creators while doing that job. Obviously, I don't know if I'd want to go to like a McDonald's drive-thru and some guys with a GoPro on his back saying, "Hey man, welcome to McDonald's. 10 likes and I'll upgrade you to supersize, brother." It's like, what?
Wait, hold on, huh? What is this? Is this some sort of jingle or something? I don't know. Oh my god.
Oh wait, hold on.
Man, that's just.
Big Fish 69 just subscribed. We gotta put your Coke inside iced tea. Sorry, bro. Like now.
Coke inside iced tea. No. Oh my gosh. What is it? There's an incentive here. I have to what is it? Do this lovely Ara voice while serving you. Oh, like that.
Hold on. I have to sit.
There we go. I'll have a.
Don't worry, guys. For every 50
Hold
likes,
on, my lord. For every 50 likes, I shall simp for ya. I shall simp on you. My lord, that was one fine hat you have there.
Meanwhile, some like large redneck hick is looking at you like, "God damn, I don't need you. I don't care what your iPhone says. I want a goddamn McDouble." Sir, this is Long John Silver's.
I want my Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I want my
Sir, this is a Wendy's. You're gonna have to. I'm sorry, sir. The 10-piece nuggets over at the other store. This is a Wendy's. We're serving only 8-piece nuggets. Sorry, we're just minusing 2.
Actually, it's 7-piece nuggets. Chat subscribe. So I had to eat one of your nuggets.
Actually. Sorry, yeah, it's sorry. I turned into 7 because I just got donated $50 to eat a nugget. All right, sorry. There you go. There you go. What the fuck did you do to my nuggets?
Oh goddamn. You know, I think.
Oh my gosh, and me.
I think there's a place, and I think there's a limit and a line that needs to be drawn about like what should be turned into content creation, because. Do you, Wolf, do you think people are trying too hard to make everything content?
Sometimes, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, what is it? I wouldn't say it's too hard. Like, I would not think that someone would like turn like a McDonald's job into like content creation. Like, I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't see that for miles well, unless a content creator himself is like, I'm gonna go see working at a McDonald's for a whole day and see if I can do it. And it's just like, yeah.
Hashtag Mr. Beast.
Or somewhere. Oh my god, Mr. Beast.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or he just buys up all the McDonald's.
So.
Oh my gosh.
So like with you, Wolf, like you've been doing your job for quite a while, I assume, correct?
I've been in customer service for a long time, yeah.
Nice. And you've been streaming for a while?
I've actually just started streaming literally, I believe, 2 years ago.
Nice. Well, congrats on that. So my question to you, in your personal opinion, as you've done more and more job working and like being a part of the hustle, do you believe having a job that puts you away from content creation and away from streaming, does it keep you grounded? Or do you believe your job is stunting your growth, or at least your personal plan of how you've been making content creation?
Honestly, in my honest opinion, like, I mean, if it weren't for my job, then yeah, obviously I would love to like stream more days. But then again, I also have a fiance that also streams, so there's that. If it was just me, myself, then I would, I would totally be like, probably be stunted by like the growth. But at the same time, I'm making money for my job though. So like, not only am I making money from my job, I'm also making money from like content creation. At the same time, content creation for me is like, at the same time, it's like a little side hustle for now. But like if I were to, like I said, if someone were to offer me like a contract that's like worth a lot of money, then obviously, heck yeah, I would jump on that in a heartbeat. And I'd be like, sayonara job, I am out of here.
Middle fingers all around.
I'll just be like, my boss will just be like, hey, welcome in. I'll just be like, I'm out, see ya.
I just came in to turn my apron, bro. Piss off.
I just came in to turn in my wonderful hat that is what I've worn for 3 years in your company. I'm going to return it now with all this headlights and everything. Sayonara!
So let me spin that question in a different way then. If money was not a situation, would you rather have a job to get you away from content creation as a way to basically reset your brain? Because think of it like this. If you're doing streaming like 5 days a week, you're over here streaming for 8 hours, editing for 2, and so on and so forth. Would you want to have a job to kind of put you back into reality away from the internet?
Honestly, usually this is why, like, you know, being out there and also gaining experience into the real world is like very important too for me. Because it's like, one, you're also interacting with like other people like out there in the real world. You're like talking to people. It's like actually like face-to-face interaction. So obvious for me, like if I were to get paid like even bigger from this, like from a regular job, then obviously like I'll keep the content creation as like a side thing, because one, it's fun. I think of content creation as fun. Like right now, money is not like a huge like issue when it comes to content creation. I love doing it for fun, and at the same time my viewers have seen that, like, you know, I'm having a fun time doing this, and I want to make sure that all my viewers are having fun too. So that's the whole goal of streaming, is fun. You know, like F is for friends, we do stuff together, U is for you and me, and it's for anywhere and anything at all. Not down here in Deep Blue Sea, but up here, up in the wonderful cafe.
You're not, so you're not a fish. You're not a Galguri imitation.
I'm not. Sorry, I'm not plankton. I'm not plankton that goes like F is for fire.
F is for fascism. Yeah. That's how we do it in this Deep Blue Sea.
U is for uranium. Yeah, and there's no survivor.
Yep. Why is the Soviet national anthem playing in the background? What?
Oh no! It's oh my god! It's bass boosted too. Oh god!
Oh god! Is that default SpongeBob doing the Fortnite dance on top of Hillary Clinton's statue? Jesus Christ! What's happening? Sponsored by Roblox. Oh god!
Sponsored by.
That is how we do it in this house, you know? That's how we do it here.
That's how we do. This is how we do it.
Love that song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I'm doing the Fortnite default dance. Just, yeah.
you know, and
oh man,
I think it's a situation that like you don't really think about all that often, but God, it's such a misconception because a lot of people have this idea that, you know, if they don't grow within a month, they're gonna fizzle out and fade, you know, because of like the concept of the idea that if you're not making content all the time, you're not like growing at a rate, you're gonna get pushed away as someone else is gonna get like really big all of a sudden. And you know, oh
my God,
like, cause like for me, I believe I've told this in my last episode with Singa. I believe the average streamer has a shelf life of 2 to 5 years, because by that time, most people who try to become content creators either fade away, they either can't do it anymore because they ran out of ideas, or they get Google documented into the oblivion.
Oh my God, the Google Docs. The Google Docs situation that's going on right now is just like absolutely just like hilarious. On the one, it's hilarious seeing those, but at the same time, it's just like, what the frick is going on? And then like, I see someone making a Google Doc of like, you know, them just like, you know, getting rejected or something like that. And I'm just like, you just got rejected. How's that a Google Doc?
Oh yeah.
And all that. So all that, but at the same time too, like, I always say, this is why I always say you start off with small goals and you work your way upwards towards those goals. Start small and you wouldn't see. And also at the same time, I always recommend people to not look at the numbers. Even if you're streaming to one person, you're still and having fun. You're having fun.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's not like you're gonna grow overnight. Like it takes time, patience, and at the same time, what is it? It takes one small step at a time.
Oh yeah.
To actually grow and be where you are. So, and this is why if anybody always comes to me advice, it's like, just take baby steps. That's all you need to do.
Oh yeah.
Like don't be pressured into like, you know, oh, I'm gonna do this for like a whole month or anything, and then just be like, okay, I'm out. Like at the same time, like I don't want people stressing out, because one, streaming as a VTuber for me is meant to be like having fun. At the same time, growing with the people that you've met and creating those connections is also very important, which is why I think I remember what I did at the end of the year is I actually made like a collage of like all the VTubers that I've collabed with and also that I'm mutuals with, like in the background. So it's like every single VTuber's model that I have. Some needs to be updated because of course some people have re-debuted as like a new model. Yeah. So needs to be updates, but like it's awesome like meeting all these people, and like I just, it's been a wonderful journey for me.
Oh yeah. And you know, and speaking about like a valuable job that I feel like really allows you to, you know, be better as a person, is having a job where you are in a business background is, I think, very important too, because because like this is one of the biggest things, you know, one of the biggest things that I oftentimes tell anybody is if you are a person who is very dedicated and career driven, you have to look at your content creation like a business, because I do 100% believe if you are a hobbyist, the numbers shouldn't matter. The numbers should not dictate how you're going. However, if you're trying to be a career driven individual, this is where I have lately been kind of a bit more preaching to, where you have to look at the numbers and to understand how things are growing, because obviously you can't have your concept of your growth be purely based on analytics. If you're not loving your own content, then you're kind of in a bad way already. But yeah, like business backgrounds for me, like I work with a very, very forward thinking business that went from like 12 employees now up to like 150 plus. And we went from like $1 million a year company to, as of last year, $5 to $6 million. And I've been very involved with my boss, CEO, and like learning like how are we, like what are we doing, like how are we looking at our business that allows us to see this exponential growth. And you know, having lessons from jobs is so important. And I think that what's really interesting too is the fact that seeing how more and more content creators are just assuming the system will work for them is insane. Like people are not, people are not looking forward in the future enough.
Right, exactly. You're not looking forward enough. You're not like thinking of it as like, okay, so how are my numbers? Like, if it's as far as like the business wise goes, like actually it makes more sense because it's like now it's like you got to also manage not only that, like you're also got to manage that. You're also got to manage your time. Also, time dedicated into your brand is also
huge. Massive.
No, because I always been taught too that time is always a precious thing. You never want to waste it. So any time that's wasted is a time is like seconds or minutes that's like like you're not being productive or anything. So as far as like content creation, it's like, yeah, I like to game and everything too, but I also need to take time to like edit my own shorts and like also go through my VODs and scrub every single like funny clip or moment of it, and then we'll go from there. So but yeah, and because I am my own boss, so
oh yeah,
is the most important thing, so I gotta own it
for sure. So with you being a content creation, so this is the one thing that I've never been able to ask anybody yet until this topic has come around. So for you, Wolf, how many people know that let me try this again. How many people in your IRL circles know that you are a full-time content creator and you make videos like this stuff?
So let's see here. I do have sisters that know. My parents haven't yet know. Well, they're far away. They're far away from me at the moment. So, but I've had my actually IRL sister come to my stream once.
Nice.
Which was awesome. And yeah, so it's her boyfriend, and then my other sister know about my content creation. And then of course, my fiance's own sister, who is also a VTuber too. Nice. She and her husband know that I'm a content creator.
Nice.
So we've got definitely a few people that have been like very supportive of us, so of doing the content creation. Good. And I told Leah this too, the moment that like I told Leah about what is it, like hey, you might want to tell your sister that you're a VTuber too. And she's like, what if she's just like that? I'm like, I swear to God, your sister would be like, oh my gosh, you're a VTuber too. So so it's like the coming out story, what it is, and it's like and people have been very supportive, so I'm all for it. And at the same time, a few people from my work actually know that I content create too, so they know, and they love what I do. So
that's awesome. So the reason why I wanted to ask that was mostly just because I wanted to kind of understand, like, how do you double check here. My question went away. Get back here. Get back here, so help me. Yeah. So for you, like, how do you navigate their perceptions of you when they realize you're both a content creator and working a job? Because like for me, for example, my wife knows, her friends know, my mother, oddly enough, she knows I do this stuff, but I guarantee you she has no understanding of what the hell I'm doing. Otherwise, no one else in my immediate family has a proper understanding of what the hell they do. I'm sure if my father-in-law found what I did, he would just be like, oh my God, my daughter's dating an idiot. But just one of those things. But like, because like the reason why I asked about the perception of it is that I feel like a lot of times people see content creators as like starving artists, where it's like, oh no, you're putting your wife or your girlfriend through that horrible thing where you're not going to make any money, or you're going to waste so much time trying to do all this stuff.
No, definitely not there. Because one is like, we've always said, people like, if anybody out on the outer circle knows what I do, I mean, look, I as long as I have my job IRL, there's that, because people know that not only do I work, I also do this stuff. And then number two, it's like the fact that they support me doing this is all I need. It's all I need to keep on doing this more and more. And then I always have my fiance's back when it comes to her content creation, because I'm always supporting her, and as she supports me doing this. So it's like we have each other's backs.
Heck yeah. And honestly, it's good to see that, you know, because I think that sometimes there's a degree of like, how open do we want to be? Because, you know, like, so for you, Wolf, do you think creators should be more open with having jobs outside of content, or do you think it ruins the community image of, you know, the creator before them? Like, so for example, do you share a lot of your IRL work experiences with your community, or do you kind of separate that in order to kind of separate that image?
I mean, like, if there was like a crazy like story that just happened at my IRL work, then obviously yes, people, they need to know of, like, you know, what happened. Like, this customer ordered freaking water and espresso. They ordered a typical Americano, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Or like all that. So, and it turns into like this whole scene or something like that. But like, I've had moments where, like, you know, like, customers are like angry or all that stuff, and they're just like not making any sense whatsoever, and I'm just like yeah, this, and I'm like no, because I will tell you, mention this too, that I've told them the story where like we were trying to help this person, and we're like and this was morning for breakfast too, so they wanted their like thing like toasted, and then like she was like, I'm just wanted to make sure it's double toasted, and I'm like, yes ma'am, it's double toasted just like you asked. Okay. And then of course my coworker then turned around, did not say a word, and she then turns around and goes, did you just call me an asshole? And we were just dumbfounded, like looking at each other, just like, we did not say a single word whatsoever. You did just call me an asshole. I want to see a manager. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm here right here, otherwise I would confirm we did not say asshole to you, but right now you are being one.
God.
Oh my god. No, it's just the wild things that happen at, like, you know, and like IRL, especially with like stupid people that come into work.
Oh yeah, always.
And like
always.
They're just like, and that's the whole thing with customer service too, is like there's always an asshole out of all the other customers out there, and it's just try to ruin your day. But it's like, you just made my day even better. I'm gonna tell a good story about this.
I mean, I do the same thing too, because like besides my my art job, I do taxi, and and I have like taxi cab confessions sometimes when it comes to people in my job, and like there are some like not safe for work stories that I've done, but it's just like sometimes I'll just tell people like, be happy and be thankful for where you are in life, because oh my god, it's insanity. Absolute insanity.
Yeah, absolute, just total what the heck is this.
So in terms of like you're doing a job, like do you have a dream career outside of content creation?
Dream career, I've always wanted to work with music, because that's what I grew up in college. So like audio engineering and like what is it, like working in that. But then of course, unfortunately, it's like that sort of industry is like you need to know people in that industry in order to like land positions and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunately, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with just like customer service and working my way up. And yeah, and then of course, without this current job that I have, I wouldn't have been able to like transfer stores, so that way I can actually live with my fiance. So
yeah,
and it all the way from West Coast to East Coast.
Hell yeah. Hey, you know, that's just how it goes. And you know, I sometimes I had a moment in August of last year where, you know, this was back when when AI was starting to take over my art industry for a while.
Oh my god.
I had a really big come to Jesus moment where I told myself, okay, I cannot morally support being at this job anymore because AI has taken a part of one of my favorite parts of my job. And I had like a really big fit for about a month, but then I chose to stay with my job still, which I still am. And I had to make this decision to where my job has given me access to more content creating opportunities because of how often I'm allowed to stream my job versus being restricted and versus me not being able to do what I do now. And it's interesting just how, I'm trying to think of the word without going too into it. Basically, it's very interesting to see how decisions on what jobs we take give us our free time, our enjoyment, our love and appreciation for what we do. And I love my job because it's given me access to content creation while also teaching me skills that lets me be my own editor / my own thumbnail designer for my YouTube stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's awesome.
So yeah, Wolf, with you being a content creator, one thing I like to ask all of my hobbyist individuals or even full-timers, for you in terms of like your rate of growth to eventually go to full-time creator, would you, Wolf, prefer 10 new viewers a month or 100 new viewers a month in terms of rate of growth for your channel?
How about I do you a new one? I mean, I always get like the regular viewers coming in, so like I actually, to be honest, like I would say 10 new viewers always, because then you can learn to like actually like, you know, bring them in and then they turn into regulars, because that's usually how it works. If it's like 100 new viewers a month, then obviously I'm gonna get overwhelmed.
Sure.
You know, especially with like talking, especially like, you know, with like the chat right there, I always try my best to like make sure to read messages. Like the moment chat just starts to like, you know, go really, really, really fast is when I'm just like, okay, I'm a little overwhelmed. All right, everyone talk slowly, one at a time, please. It's like what it was. It's like that scene in like the first SpongeBob episode with all the anchovies coming into like the Krusty Krab, and then it's like, so there's Squidward going, can we all please line up in single file register? And then the anchovies are like, no, give me burgers. Burgers now. And all that. But no, I kind of prefer the slow and steady, in my honest opinion, always wins the race.
Yeah. That is, I like to ask questions because, like, you know, I see values in both sides, you know, the slow and steady or, you know, the zero to hero kind of path. And
the zero to hero.
I think it's just like one of those where it's really interesting, you know. And so, like, for you, Wolf, if you could, let's see, if you could make money streaming a particular type of content, what would you want? Like, and this could be like, you can be successful in like an IRL barista stream where you show people how to brew coffees, or a funky stream where you're just like, you know, just chatting. Like, what kind of content would you want to make as frequently as possible that would be able to sustain you and your future?
Okay. Well, this is actually a very important question, because at the same time, it's like, one, most of my streams, like my whole niche right now is creating a positive mindset and welcoming in like new customers, pretty much, into like welcoming new people. But like, as far as like content creation goes, like the type of content, like I love doing everything. Like, I love to do like, you know, the hand cam. I'm like, I even did like a freaking cosplay stream where I cosplayed as Anakin Skywalker playing Fortnite.
There you go.
During the whole Star Wars thing, no, for literally May the 4th, on May the 4th. And what's even fun is that, like, I mean, it's just, you know, at this moment right now, like I can literally do whatever I want as far as like my content creation goes.
Heck yeah.
But my number one goal is to always make sure that everyone has a good time, everyone is civil in my streams, by the way. And by the way, everyone loves to do like the quack in my streams. I notice a lot. That's been happening a lot recently. They've been abusing the quack sound alert.
More specifically, a very particular gray chinchilla.
that her and also a few others. So it's like not only you're getting coffee, you're just gonna quack. So I need to get art commissioned of me like with my hands in like in my head or on my head, like, and there's like a bunch of ducks in the cafe. I'm innocent by all means. Are you sure about that, Leah? Are you sure about that?
Hey, innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent, I guess. Innocent until proven guilty. Yes. All right, we'll go from there.
There's no such thing as a guilty fiance.
Oh, but other than that, it's like I am doing great for like the whole variety thing. There is a certain game that's been like I've been loving. It's called Fate Trigger, and I've been doing on the playtest, and I'm like, if there's a game that I want to be like a content creator for, it would be that game, because one, it's anime, and two, it's battle royale and also other game modes.
Yeah.
So it's just coming out. Yeah. So and just like was it one of my friends, Zach, who just got his Mega Break content creation affiliation recently. So good for him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I just love doing everything at the moment right now.
Heck yeah.
And but at the same time, having fun with not only my viewers, my ducklings, but also anybody that I collab with. Always have a great time.
That's good. So so one thing I wanted to ask you too is in regards to like, the bigger picture of, the hustle of a content creator. So like, do you believe that the creator economy would change if more creators shared more about what they work on other than content creation? Like, because a lot of viewers and a lot of community members on my side, whenever I talk to them, more people are starting to look for the IRL content of a creator versus this persona aspect of it all. Right. So yeah. Yeah, because there's certain people that I've seen that have like actually brought in like like content creation, like talking about like their IRL daughter like being a total like maniac and all that. Yeah. And I've seen the YouTube shorts of like them bringing them in and like talking about it. Like it's also very fun to like see like an IRL side, just like them like mentioning like stories is without like doxing or anything. So all that. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, you can also, viewers do love to see it when they bring in like an IRL story, like something that just recently happened. All that. We love that. So what's one thing that you've learned from like working outside of content that you never like trade, like what's one thing that you get to do at your job that you would never trade even if you could become a full-time content creator tomorrow?
One thing I've learned as far as like with customer service, there's a saying that I think one of my former bosses has told me, remember, customers are always assholes, no matter what. So the moment they don't get what they want, they become sour and stuff. So usually my trade for me is just be yourself. Sure. Literally, it's just be yourself at your job, just welcome them in as if like you're like is it like they're a guest at your own home. Like that's how I see things as it is. If they're gonna be an asshole, then that's when you just be like, all right, I'm kicking you the fuck out, get out. So but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. I was gonna ask like so like with all that too, is there any like is there anything that at your job that you would never trade for, like the stability, the financial security? Like, is there anything at your IRL job that you have now that you would not trade for if you were to become a content creator, full-time content creator?
Honestly, for me, I probably like being close to my own home, like the traveling there. So just getting to and from home. Because I know for a fact there's some jobs that are like 20 minutes away. My job at least is just like a few minutes away.
Yeah.
So that way, if my fiance ever like has a problem or there's something wrong, I can just ask my boss, hey, I need to go home, and I can just be there in a snap. Which is awesome. Like just there's that, and then what else is there? Just like, that's a very hard question of what I would trade. But like I said, I wouldn't trade like I said, the distance for like work. So traveling to at least.
Yeah. And because the reason why I asked that is because, you know, there are some things that I feel like we don't realize we give up when we become full-time content creators. Because, you know, one thing that I gave up when I became a work from home full-time, you know, house husband / VTuber house husband is I gave up the in-office culture, the camaraderie between other employees, and, you know, the ability to, you know, engage with people at a face-to-face level. Because sometimes I get reminded about how, you know, people become names on a screen, and it's not as easy to associate what they look like, who they are outside of that visual.
Right. Yeah. And I would say, like, you know, for the people that work from home too, like, it's always, you know, easy to be able to like work from home and not having to worry about, you know, dealing with traffic going into an office workspace and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially what is it? I remember, my dad always has to, like, you know, go to an office and back home like 9 to 5, and then always having to deal with like stupid traffic and all that. But when the times he's been working from home, like, of course he's got his dogs with him too, so always being there. That's the beauty about that, is like, hey, having your own little companions by your side, instead of like, you know, being in a cubicle by yourself, the wall is closing around you and you stressing your butt off just doing that.
Yeah. So with you, so like in this case, Wolf, I wanted to ask you like a nifty little kind of can go anywhere question. How would you define what it means to be a full-time content creator? Like, what's your definition of it?
My definition, so like when you become a full-time content creator, it's like, okay, if you're making, like, say for example, like if you're making a certain amount of like money, it depends on the money situation too, because that's how I feel like when it comes to like full-time content creators, is that like they have like certain like contracts with like certain like agencies, because all that nonchalant stuff too. When I become a full-time content creator, it's when I stream like 3 or more. Was when I stream more than 3 days. Was it 3 days a week? So like 5 days a week, and then you're just streaming like 6 to 8 hours, and then like video editing 2 hours. And that's when you've actually become like a full-time content creator, is when you also have like your own set of editors too that help you out. And have a manager too, and also managing your time, helping you manage your time. So the moment you make full-time content creation is the moment you hire a manager, and you also have people help you out. And then of course, when you're actually making money, and not only that, but you're actually like surviving off of that.
Yeah. I think it's cool to see like that definition too, because I think everyone sees it different ways. Some people see it where it's analytics amount. Some people see it as what you're able to do. And then some people, you know, they see it as, you know, like how complex is your content creation process or journey. Because, you know, I think a lot of times people don't really understand like what it really means to be a full-time content creator, because many people think that, oh, you have a job, you can't be a full-time content creator because you're technically not dedicating your heart and soul into it. And it changes for everybody. It changes to every single individual in person.
Yeah, like I always set myself like a goal of like, you know, not only with my job, but like at the same time, I'd like to try at least get like 2 upload 2 shorts a week. And then stream like 3 times a week. And also planning with like other content creators too, for collaboration stuff, but also at the same time setting time for like, you know, myself and like the viewers and stuff. So, but yeah, and then of course, getting interviewed by wonderful people like you.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, just as far as like when it comes to full time, it's just like I wouldn't like you could have like 100 viewers a stream or something like that, but you can also still like have like a full-time job, you know. Like it just like just because you have like 100 viewers doesn't make you like, quote unquote full-time.
Yeah. So in this case, then what I would like to ask then for you is like, with everything that's like going around, do you think that trying to think of this better here, is it more do you think it's a sensible idea for people to fantasize about quitting their job to become a full-time content creator? Like, is it genuinely a reasonable thing to think about, or do you think it's just a myth that has been created in this industry?
Honestly, ever since like us kids, when we were watching like Markiplier or like all those famous full-time content creators, it's like freaking the Vanos crew. I'm sure everyone knows of them. And then like I don't even want to say his name, but Mr. Beast, of course, although those people like and then like Tim the Tamman, Ninja, what is it, like all when you watch those guys growing up, you always want to dream like, this is actually looks really fun and something that I want to do. Like as far as like career wise, I want to make sure like I'm having fun doing this stuff, because if I'm not having fun in doing this stuff, then obviously it's not something that I want to do. So like you always want to make sure like you're having fun while doing it, and at the same time making like getting that bag while doing it. So I would say it's like kids can actually dream about being a content creator. It's all about like planning and how you want to become the certain content creator. Like plan things out, make sure like this and that. You gotta have the right equipment. You gotta have like set aside funds for like certain like so like computer, monitor, microphone, stream deck. You don't have to have a stream deck, but like whatever thing, or like mouse, keyboard, like desk, comfortable chair. It doesn't have to be like the secret lab chair, but like something you're comfortable with.
Sure.
Yeah, but then at the same time, like if you're wanting to become like a certain content creator, like a VTuber, then all of a sudden now it's like, what is it? Artwork, the logo, what is it? Emotes. And you got to start somewhere. You can't be just affiliate. You have to make goals. I think it's now easier to become affiliate than it is now.
Oh, it's so much easier. You basically just need to have a soul.
Yeah. You just have a soul. Yes, literally. Yeah, so it's a lot easier being affiliate now, because back then I think I had to like work for it in order to like become affiliate. And yeah, becoming affiliate was like just wonderful to do. So yeah, and then the fact that I can I have my own emotes now. Yay! Yay, emotes! All that. But yeah, you just need to, like I said, make sure plan things out, set aside funds for it. And you just gotta have fun with it. You gotta have fun. You gotta make sure you have fun doing what you want to do. Yeah.
So, well, this next question is going to be more centered towards a how-to segment, because I think this next segment I want to talk about is to kind of explain to those who are listening here today our experiences on how we've been able to actually like become a part of this whole process of like trying to be full-time creators while still having a job. How would you explain to somebody how to separate time? Because like you said, like we said at the beginning, you're married, you're getting married, you have a full-time job, and you're trying to be a full-time creator. How would you explain to somebody what the best way is to segment your life, like your plan? If you're like, let's say for simplicity's sake, let's say you're not even married. Let's say you're a single guy and you're having a full-time, like 9 to 5, 40-hour work week. How would you explain to somebody how to be a full-time content creator and be a responsible adult and have a job?
Manage your time wisely. It's all about management is very, very important. So like you got your 9 to 5, okay, work. You want to set yourself some time for your content creation. So like your 2-hour streams or your 3-hour streams. And then I would assume it's a Monday through Friday job, right? Like 9 to 5. I would assume that. Then I would use the weekend to then like focus on like, house cleaning, taking care of yourself, food wise. Also like, like prepping your meals and stuff. And then just, focus on yourself during the weekend, just relax. And then, just like I said, just after like your job, if you want to stream, then go for it, I would say. But make sure, my huge thing like to people is to manage your time wisely, because time is very important.
And like what I would say to everyone who's listening here today is, by all means, if you were to put yourself at 100% of your workday, your content creation focus, unless you are genuinely seeing benefits, start off at 30% of your energy to content creation. 30% of your energy to where you're streaming, making the occasional short, and getting used to the feel. While the other 70% should be focused on life and work and so on. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to commit yourself to burnout, because the biggest situation is many people who try to become full-time content creators burn themselves out because they want the most amount of results in the least amount of time.
And I've seen this plenty of times, especially on Twitter, where like burnout is like such a huge thing. And then of course it happened to me too, where I was like, I need some time to rest and relax, and then I will be back to next week. And it's giving yourself time to rest too is also very important too. You want to make sure you have the mental capacity to put your time and your hard-earned money into what you want to do. So I would say definitely focus slowly on your growing, and then like I said, make yourself small goals. Don't just do big goals. Don't go from like 0 to 1,000 followers. Be like, okay, my goal for like in 3 months time will be 100 followers, or like 4 months time will be 100 followers, and then and then it goes from there to like, okay, so then now it will be 200 the next 4 months. So it's like, I always tell people, slowly and steadily, you'll see yourself growing. You just got to put in the time. And at the same time, when you do, it'll bloom like a flower.
Yeah. Because, ladies and gentlemen, right now, what I've learned from various partners and my recent newer community is that people respect content creators who are willing to be a little bit more real with themselves, not hyper committing to this persona, not hyper committing to this fantasy world where you believe that, oh, I don't know what a job is, I'm over here fighting Jesus on Hiroshima Island every year so he doesn't reset the world, because you want to be a JoJo Bizarre Adventure VTuber. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I know that was like the most like left field possible example I could have thought of, but instead of fighting Jesus,
but it was me, Dio.
Instead of fighting Jesus as a VTuber, consider having the opportunity to be slightly more open and real with your audience, because people are not going to judge you less because you choose to happen to have a job. At the end of the day, you are a person behind the model. They know you are a person. Having a job is not a bad thing. Not having a job is a bad thing.
Not having a job is a bad thing. And at the same time, this goes for IRL content creators too, like people that do like the face cam stuff too. Like get to know like the face and everything too, because that is a actual human being that is not only he's working his or her butt off, but they are also taking the time to like, stream for you guys and like making content for you guys and just enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Because we're all in this together. So
doing this together.
This together. Yep. Literally. But yeah, and that's the whole thing about me too, is I am my own self. Even though I am simply one hell of a Wolf Butler, I'm myself. I am my own self. This is literally me. You're getting all of me no matter what. And then I will welcome you in. I will make sure you have a great time, and I'll make sure you leave that cafe with a smile on your face. Literally.
For sure,
literally.
For sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we get to some of our final thoughts here today about today's silver lining, the main goal I want you all to take this episode in is the fact that jobs are an everyday situation. You should not ever consider joining and becoming a full-time content creator unless you are actively creating the results. And even then, having a job as a personal anchor to your own sanity, your financial stability, and just something to spice up your life is by all means a very, very important thing to maintain. Understand that jobs are what we use to show ourselves as real people and support our IRL loved ones and individuals.
Exactly, yes. Well said.
But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank first Wolf for being here today in this lovely episode and having this fantastic conversation with us about the world of the hustle.
No, thank you for having me.
But if you guys do want to check out their content, there will be a link in the description of this YouTube video towards their specific channel for Twitch. And Wolf, do you make or post content in any other locations besides Twitch?
I do. I also make wonderful YouTube shorts, and then I need to bring back my podcast too, because I also have like a Yap Fest podcast as well that I upload to YouTube. So I gotta bring that back. So yes, I have a YouTube as well. So you can Wolf Stark 5551, but yeah, for some reason Wolf Stark was taken, so I was like, okay, fine. But yeah, that's my YouTube handle right there. And then other than Twitch, I also have Twitter. I make daily posts there. I also make sure to like post my schedules there, so that way people know when I stream, so that way people can be there on time. And make sure I am myself there on time.
Heck yeah. Well, Wolf, as we close up here today, do you by chance have any last minute questions for us or anything in general?
No, I mean, as far as like what is it, question wise, I'm just gonna be actually, you know what, here's what I'm thinking. How did the name Nico Silverado come up for your name?
I watched a Chevy Silverado commercial one time and I was inspired. So the Nico Silverado is a 3-part thing. The Nico part of my name, I was lazy and I went government name with that. So, you know, so Nico is Nico, so you can't pretend I'm not. The Silver and Silverado is actually inspired by my favorite hedgehog, Silver the Hedgehog, which is why my logo, which is on the back of the which is on the show's logo.
Oh, that's cool.
That's how that was symbolized. It's kind of an old-fashioned Sonic logo. And then
that's so cool.
And then the Silverado thing, I had the hardest time thinking about a way to like make it roll off the tongue, because originally I wanted to be Nico Silver, but I didn't like the way it was. I felt like it was too simplistic. And then I watched a commercial for a Chevy Silverado. I'm like, ba-boom, there you go.
There you go.
So I took the Silverado from that, and then that's how it goes. And that's why my models will always have silver hair and blue eyes, because blue is my favorite color.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah. So as far as like my name goes, I wanted my name to be like unique and everything, and so I decided to use like the German language for my name. Also, so it's Wolf the Strong. So Wolf, WULF, is like a name in like Germany. So Wolf. So there's that. But like their Stark is like the Strong, so it's Wolf the Strong. Yes, and also people go like look at my last Stark and be like, oh, like Tony Stark, right? And I'm like, oh, no, like Iron Man. No, not Iron Man.
Yeah,
but then they also Also, funny enough too, is it's literally the House of Wolves from like Game of Thrones, the Stark family.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
So there's like a couple of meanings behind my name, but mostly it's like I just wanted to be unique and then like just have like meaning behind it. So
that is awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for anyone who's watching it today, don't forget, if you guys do end up enjoying today's podcast, consider liking, subscribing, and check out some of our other awesome episodes of our podcast here on our YouTube channel at Nico Silverado. We do various and copious live recordings here on our Twitch channel and live stream on our YouTube. Once again, at Nico Silverado. There'll be a link in the description, but don't forget to also check out Wolf and check out all their various fun content as well. Again, Wolf, it has been a pleasure to have you here today in the stream, have you here today in the episode, and I hope you find great success, and I hope you, next time we talk, you'll be nice and married, and the chinchilla will be epic, and
she's always epic no matter what.
Extra epic. It's chinchilla squared.
Yeah, that.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
But nevertheless, though, as always, guys, we will end it off here with a lovely message to you all with a big old adios, sayonara, and as always, bye-bye.
Au revoir.